welcome to Weekend Project. This is Sunday. We did this project yesterday, building out the partial seams on this little quilt, our little baby boy quilt top. And then you saw I had this really adorable dinosaur fabric for the back with some flannel, and then I added a couple of strips just to make sure I could get the width I needed. And I'm going to flip this actually to the front, so that's going to have that little flannel edge all the way around, so it'll look really pretty when it's done. And that's how it turned out. So get a look at it. That was 6 one way and 6 the other, counterclockwise and clockwise if you were starting at the top with the white piece there. And we only sewed it halfway, and then we sewed here, then we sewed here, then we sewed here, and then we finished it. And that was easy McPeasy. That's what a partial seam is. Didn't know it till yesterday. So there we go. We've mastered it. So I really like the way it turned out. I've got it with a dark blue border on the sides and the top, and then I put a nice big white chunk on the bottom, and it measures about 33 by 43. So I'm quite pleased with it, and I think any little munchkin man who gets it, or, you know, well, would like it too. So I was gonna just start quilting the back and thought, oh, I could just follow those patterns, but then they're not gonna line up where I want them to in here. So I decided to do the, you know, sashing bits itself. So I switched my machine to free motion quilting, which is the feed dogs drop. These are the little feed dogs down here, these little TTTs. They drop, and they don't get in the way of gripping your fabric. It's not going to help feed it through. You're the one who has to feed it. So I tried to make sure that my tension was good. It looks good so far. This was my tester piece just earlier with some other blue thread that didn't really seem to want to work. The front was all whiskery eyes, and the back was okay, but you know, you still have to check everything. So it wasn't quite working to my liking. So I switched threads and rethreaded it all back up again, and that seems to be working fine. So I'm happy with that. So always use a tester piece before you start working on your main quilt. And these little gloves were given to me for Christmas by an adorable family that their son goes to the school at Rossar. I don't cross him at all, but they're very lovely and very giving, and always smile and say have a good day and so on and so forth. So I got these little machiner gloves for Christmas, and I am just been dying to use them. I meant to use them last time I did a little free motion project. So, and they got little grippers. These are from Fawns and Porter, so thank you very much for that, you know. Thank you very much. And they are lovely, and they're snug, and that's what you want, because you want to be able to grip your project as it's sliding under here. I was trying to find my little Silpat mat, which is like, it's a pink slippery mat or white slippery mat that there's only like one little hole in the center where the needle's going down through to get the bobbin and bring the thread up and so on, so I make that sewing. So, and other than that, the quilt top slips all over it. But flannel should be okay. I should be all right. It should be pretty slippery. Okay, so I'm just lining it up under here. Start somewhere in the center or work from a line down or whatever. I thought of just doing a couple of like zigzags, following a couple patterns that are on the back here. Like there's some beautiful zigzags here, and there's some like little feet and some stripes and the eggs and stuff like that. So I can kind of mimic some of those shapes in the, you know, designing of the quilt. I can leave the big square fine, or do like a little cross in it, or, you know, left and right and north and south and east and west, whatever. It doesn't even have to be quilted completely down. So, and nor do I want to quilt this to death either. So I kind of want to make this like a little loose and free flowing and just have some fun with it. So I think I'll start, we'll go this way. Actually, no, we'll go this way. And of course, all my fabric was directional. All those dinosaurs are going the same way. And save my backing. My backing is also directional. So, you know, when flipped, you know, it's right sides up sort of thing, right? I guess you can mix and match it because it doesn't really matter. That's up to you. Okay, I just put regular pins in here because I don't know where my safety pins went. So hopefully I don't jab myself too much. And you just kind of pick a section and work in it. So I know I want to maybe work on this whole row. Think of this as a whole row going this way, and then that maybe as a separate row, and, you know, or, you know, going around in the square. You know, pick something and just run. Just run with it. Don't run with scissors. Just run with the idea. Okay, wake Nomi back up here. Shift over into position. I chose a really light blue thread just to kind of keep it all consistent. So push the pedal down. When in that free motion mode, see mine goes push the pedal down and it knows it needs me to bring the threads from the bobbin up to the top so I can hold the two of them so it doesn't make a big mess, okay? So my idea here is to try and do some zigzag. So I'm going to try and go over here and back 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 here and then come back with maybe like a little echo following it. So it kind of looks like maybe the Stegosaurus's spikes on the back sort of thing, or dinosaur teeth or something like that. You know what I mean? You could also do like plants, you could do leaves, you could do all sorts. You know, it's you're creating its own little internal design, right? Okay, just want to make sure it's a little comfier here. Probably should have looked a little harder for my safety pins. I have a feeling I'm going to regret that. All right, keep the threads out of the way. And like, see, there's the two tails. The two tails are there. Sorry if the fabric ends up messing up the view on the small camera. I apologize. And don't be so, you have to be so precise. Get them to have a little wave in it. Get to have a little natural texture to the zigzag, right? It can always use these points, this point and this point, to be able to come back into to meet, and then, you know, continue to come up here and then back down here, you know, just kind of make those visual spots that distribute the zigzag equally, okay? Or whatever you're doing. Okay, and mine stops with the needle down whenever it does stop, which I love. Because then when I'm shifting and doing things like this, I'm not losing my position. I haven't moved it like far off. I'm getting these long little eyelash tails or something. And when I pinned the inside of the block, so that's where I put all my pins, I tried to put it so the pin was out, so it really kind of stabilized. I put like 4 in each one, so. But I didn't want to have to be able to remove them as I was sewing, stitching this together. Okay. Like, you could totally quilt this to death and it would stand up on its own and be a wall hang. But you want it to be soft and comfortable, and after a few washes it gets that little puffiness, you know, all the things that the munchkins are going to love, you know, to cuddle up with. It's going to be their favorite blankie, right? Okay, so now I did the one line. Okay, I did all the way here. I'm going to backtrack and go the same way, or I can leave that or come to this side and go like in the opposite direction. You know, there's many different things. I think I'm going to do my little, hopefully backtrack, but not too bad. Just beside it. And play around, have some fun. Don't be too, oh, that isn't 1/4 inch from each other, or, you know, that goes from 1/4 to 1/2 and then back to 1/8 and then over to 1/2. You know, who really cares? You know, you're supposed to do the organicness of it. You know, we're doing something with dinosaurs and fun critters. And you can always go fill in like circles in afterwards. Plants, swirls, you know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's one row done. I'm trying to make my way around here. Okay. And we'll work up this way. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Sorry, thanks, Munchkin. Okay. And try not to push too hard, like with your you know, your muscles and stuff like that. Don't be, you're not shoveling snow or anything, right? Uh-oh, there's trouble. Uh-oh. Trouble with a capital Clive. There's a bird family that's nested in the corner of our house, and we know that they're always up there, but now Clive can hear them chirping and making noise and scratching noises, and his ears are like, they're funny. Now he's taking a peek outside. just so nice to have spring-ish so here. It's been way overdue. Way, way overdue. And you can also do like a point to point, dot to dot, you know, do some geometric shapes. You can, there's lots of fun things that you can do for sure. So, you know, don't limit yourself, right? We'll try to do the second rope beside. I just wanted to tack that down here, and then we can move over here. We can stitch in the ditch, going sideways, backtrack over here, and then go over there. And this is where we can do something different. We can do those like the foot. We can come in and do like a little circle, and then maybe do a little toe, a toe, a toe, and then maybe a circle, and then a toe and a toe. I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's going to look until we end up doing it, right? Or you can do the little webbed foot one right there. That looks kind of cute. Or just do circles, or like I said, do plants. I don't know. Let's try the foot thing. How many toes was there? There was only 3. Okay. He's a 3-toed dinosaur. Okay, so there's one little foot. Come around. We'll do one little toe. And another little toe. And another little toe. Now, hopefully now, how can we get up to the other part? Well, we'll just wing it. Just go like this and build another foot. There we go. Don't worry too much about it. Just do it. It'll make it happen. Okay, that was a little bit crazy, but whatever. Dinosaurs are nuts. Just keep going. Always move your project. So try not to do too much at once. Okay, those toes are way far from that foot. Oh well. You'll get into the swing of things. I think I've been long arming too long. And if you don't like it, you can always go pick it out and stitch something different. Or trace something out. There's lots of things that you can do. Oops, sorry if this is blocking your your view. Takes deep, deep, deep concentration. Uh-oh, what are you doing? He's like, you're talking to yourself. Must be filming. Or that's an everyday occurrence around here. You know, you may have started out trying to do a foot, but it may have some sort of secondary design to it in the end, you know, sort of thing. Just go for it. Live and learn from it, right? Okay. So that's pretty much how I'm going to just go and putter around and finish that out. So I think I'll do some more, you know, do some more zigzags and do some more feats and, I don't know, just explore and have some fun, you know, fill her in. So, yeah. And it looks really good on the back, too. See? Looks really cute. And I thought it would have been a really nice idea to follow that, but like if it said it wasn't going to line up all the way. Maybe if you did strips on the front or something like that, and then had them, you know, so things were lining up, or you're, you know, or one just big solid, and then follow this out, like the eggs and so on and so forth, right? So, you know, there's lots of fun things that can be done. I didn't realize Munchkin now has Clive on him. Very much so. All right, so let's do this row over here. Okay, we'll do something different. Okay, so start and stop. Pull the bobbin up. Give yourself a nice long tail. Come on, come here. Sorry, Apologize for the small camera for being in the way. Okay. Like I say, you don't want to fill it in to death. You just want to get it all together. Okay. Yeah, so we'll continue on the purple scrappy Lone Star. There's the one done behind me. I'm not going to do too much without you. I may do one or two to catch up for next Sunday. Okay. And the boys are out enjoying themselves. And the animals and I are going to party. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. All right, so there we go. I'm going to finish that up. Maybe there'll be some pictures at the end. Really appreciate you watching and subscribing and helping support us on Patreon. You know that your gift is very much appreciated, and it helps things go and keep going here in the quilt shop, especially when we're doing charity stuff. So look for Long Arm Wednesday when we're doing the first of probably 5 for Humboldt, Saskatchewan, their hockey team. And that is a few of the guild's quilts that they have given for the Erin Village quilters that they have quilted up on their little meeting that they had. So I think there's like 6 coming. Very happy to do them. And then I'm going to show you how to do binding on the long arm. Okay? So check that out. All right? Big hugs to you. Enjoy the weekend, and we will see you on Wednesday. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.